So I'm Ryan Ford here with Wychwood FM TV, and I'm joined by the lead singer of Tankus The Henge.
How's it going? My name's Jaz Delorean. It's good to be here.
How did you find your Wychwood performance and experience today?
It was really great. It's really great. We've known about Wychwood for a few years now, but this is our first time here.
What do you think of the crowd?
The crowd was really buoyant and jubilant, and really wanted to persevere with having a good time. The rain was coming down.
Yeah, I mean,
I saw some people with like sideways umbrellas, but
taken off into the wind.
Yeah, everyone was singing and jumping up and down. It was good to see.
It's good to see a band with so much energy, and transferring that to the rest of the crowd.
Yeah, it's a mutual thing. It's like we give the energy to each other.
So, of all the tracks that you performed today, what would you say? I might not have performed this song. What would you say your favourite track is to play out?
Probably Last Night in New Orleans.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty wild and furious, and I can still remember when we wrote it. It was a real moment. We were driving from New Orleans to Nashville in a truck, and we're stuck in a national park full of deer in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
Lost. And every time you play a song, you remember where you were when you wrote it, and those memories just come back. And it was such a wild moment, and then that furiousness comes out in the performance every time.
So I've done a bit of research, and I've noticed you take a lot of influence from American literature.
That's right. Yeah.
And so, is it a mixture of your experiences along with the literature?
Yeah.
Would you say
it is? Because humans have mad experiences all the time, and it's up to you how much you want to remember them and take in little crazy expressions that people give you, and things that you can change your path, go on that one, see where you end up, but you can just flow through them and ignore it, or you can treat it like a kind of song of life and write it down. And it's the way that you write it down. That's when the American literature, all that beat stuff from F. Scott Fitzgerald up to Hunter S. Thompson with Ginsberg and Kerouac in the middle.
So I've seen you mention gonzo journalism. Can you explain a bit more to our listeners what that is?
Gonzo journalism
and how it feeds into your music.
Sure. Gonzo journalism was coined by Hunter S. Thompson, and it's spontaneous prose which describes the wild moment, and sometimes you just don't need to use the right punctuation, or you don't need to worry about where the breaths come in the sentence. You just feel like you can be reading paragraphs, and you get to the end and you just feel breathless because it's just kept going and going, because that's sometimes what life is like. And when you transfer that to just words
and energy,
you can get this out of the words. So the term gonzo was coined by him, but he took the word from a James Booker tune. James Booker was a New Orleans piano player, and he had some Hammond organ records as well, and one of them was called Gonzo, and Hunter loved this tune. So we're going back to the 50s here.
It was a long way then.
Yeah, and he'd be riding along in his car, and Gonzo would come on, and he'd just blow his top.
So you've been to New Orleans?
Yeah, I've been out there a few times. Yeah.
Did you write a lot of stuff out there, or was it just?
I did a lot of learning.
A lot of learning.
I study New Orleans piano, that rolling groove, and the idea that a piano can be an instrument of emotion, and you can just use it for people to dance to with no other instruments involved if you want. A piano can be that. It can be the whole band. And New Orleans is the best place to learn how to do that. And I've got a long way to go. I'm at the beginning of my journey with learning that. But I've been out there 5 times. We took the band out.
You played out there?
Tankus has played there. We played in a bar that was 15 feet underwater when Katrina hit, which was pretty heavy duty stuff. But it's recovering well.
So having played out in New Orleans, would you say that was your dream place to play, or is there another venue? Is there another venue or festival that you would say you'd like to play in the future?
We just love playing.
You don't care where.
Playing is our life, and if the people are there and it sounds good, then that's all we need. But New Orleans definitely was a big milestone. It was a pivotal moment when we touched down there. I had to, but before I did anything, if I had a cup of coffee or anything, I had to walk to the Mississippi.
Yeah.
Like, it's the Mississippi. It's there.
Yeah.
When in the life of music, that is such a monumental river, and there's so many stories that flow through that
and you
river.
can draw influence from those stories as well.
And I went down this jetty, I put my hand in it and just like put it through my hair. Had to. It seemed like the right thing to do. It's pretty filthy, but it was a good moment.
Yeah. So moving forward, what is there for Tankus The Henge in the next coming months, in the summer, in the next year even? So what's to come?
Well, we've just put out a new album.
That was in 2018 November, wasn't it?
It was at the end of November, the 30th of November. So we are touring that everywhere.
The album, okay.
We're playing 30 shows over in France.
All right.
It's just come out there like the last month.
Oh, okay.
So a lot of our summer is about France, and they really love songwriting, and we're finding it really exciting to go there. So that's a lot of our summer this year, and then we're playing several awesome festivals here, including Wychwood, and then we're going to make another album in December.
Wow! So
straight away,
one after another.
Yeah. So that's the plan.
So, where can we find more information on you guys and this new music coming out? Where can we find more news?
Well, you can just Google Tankus The Henge.
So all the social medias, and where can we find your music? What platforms?
Everything,
like Spotify,
YouTube, Spotify. It's all over the place. It's on SoundCloud. It's going to be on Bandcamp in the next couple of weeks.
Right.
There's a video called Things Were Better Before. Don't know if you've come across that.
No, not yet.
It's we drive around the ocean in a submarine. It's like stop motion.
That's crazy.
Puppets.
Yeah.
So
do you have much of a creative input into that?
Yeah, it's all a conversation with the band, and it's all based on the lyrics.
Yeah.
And we have a really full-on creative process with what we put out. It's really important to do that.
Make sure to check that out then.
Things Were Better Before.
Yeah, you got a message for your fans or anything?
Just keep believing in yourself, and just if you like doing something, then don't do anything else.
Yeah,
Don't do anything else.
Cheers for joining me.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, cheers.
Nice one.
No, nice to meet you.
87.7 Wychwood FM.